That's good now. Hi, Stellantis. Buh. The most versatile of beings, Nom. Truly. Dunno. Still, thinking about that. Hi, Plastic. I suppose a clearer answer would be I'm a little frustrated by life, so by some stuff happening anyway. So I'm not sure what I want to actually do. Hi, Auri. Good job, Nom. It's not streaming that's frustrating me, Plastic. I enjoy streaming and I like streaming. Just some other stuff. Ba 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 ba. Howdy, Matcha. Mobile. Rush showed me a mod for an older game called Dawn of War. It gives it a whole bunch of stuff. It's an old RTS. A Warhammer 40k RTS, but No. That one is Total War Warhammer. Bendy do like writing it up in that one, though. Superior Skaven, yes, yes. It's true. 1,000 years rats. We could take a look at a programming game. Plastic. Alright, let's see if it'll look at the appropriate things. It's a little bit of a relaxing game versus some other stuff. So this is Exapunks. From what I can gather from the story, we're a fellow who is a former hacker, I believe. Now turned back into a hacker, but he's afflicted with something called the phage. And the phage seems to afflict people who are more commonly associated with computers, people who get on computers, work around machines and computers and whatnot. And it slowly converts their bits into computer parts. So he was living with that, basically slowly dying. And then this thing showed up, which appears to be an AI. And she asks us to carry out hacks. She or he, I can't really tell. I don't believe they say it either. But her name is Ember, so I go with she. We complete hacks, and she pays us. And she pays us with a drug that prevents the phage from going any further. The big problem with the phage is that while it replaces a person's body with functional parts, like they could work, they're not connected with the other stuff. And most people don't have the know-how to make a bridge. So one of the first things that you end up doing, one of the first things after you do her first request and you actually start going with it, is this one. Your arm's nerve has been messing up. You're having a lot of trouble actually using it. So, it gives you a goal to do it. Behind my head is like a very quick summary for it, but this is more useful. It's asking you to read a value from the nerve connected to your central nervous system, which is this one right here, and it presents itself as a hardware registry with a value. And you're wanting to relay it to the nerve connected to the arm. So over here. This connects to the central nervous system. This connects to the actual arm, and will actually flex it. Yep. The nugget cans return, When it relays these values, it needs to clamp it to where it never goes below negative 120 or above 50. So to keep it from acting poorly. Like imagine if your muscles could just overextend immediately and rip themselves off of your bones. Stuff like that. You need to build it so that the X's will operate indefinitely. if possible. And this is a fairly basic one. And my solution runs kind of like this. We have Exa Alpha here, which the first thing he does is he links to 800. So Beta is traveling over to where the nerve is for the arm. Now he knows that they're there. He's copying a value from his little global registry, which is being passed over to him by Alpha, after Alpha processes it. So Alpha jumps to read, copies the value from the nerve to his little internal memory, in this case -70. He tests whether or not X is less than -120. If it is, it jumps to clamp number 1. Which means that we'll do this part here. In this case, it's -70, so it's not. Then it's going to test whether or not X is greater than 50. It also isn't, so it jumps to pass. When it jumps to pass, it copies that value of X to the global value, which is then caught by Beta, and then Beta feeds it to the nerve. And this repeats. -69. Copies, toss. You'll see right here that we were fed a value of 382. It was automatically clamped to 50. And then fed to the nerve across the way. We were then fed one that is -587. It was clamped to -120 and fed to the nerve. And this can operate indefinitely, because Beta can always be there, and Alpha is always going to be here, and they can feed this information between one another. It's just a single value as well, so they don't have to do any particular juggling. Basically, Stellantis. And this is all happening in, again, like a light speed kind of thing. Thanks, Aries. Well, tell Aries thank you, if you don't mind, someone. So this one will go, and it will function for all of the necessary runs. This also shows a little bit of a leaderboard. Spicer did his with fewer cycles and with a smaller size. But we both did it in the same amount of activity, which is movements of individual X's. Bendy, it looks like Bendy's more than likely ended up moving multiple X's around. Or maybe he had his stuff copy one and then send it on the way. Actually show you. There's a later one, and this one is extra spicy. This is hacking your heart so that it will beat properly. Okay, Kuma, be good. Hi, Tia. You can also argue that this one is considerably more complicated, because we have the central nervous system feeding us information, which is fine. But the heart's actually fairly complicated. You need to be able to feed the values from the central nervous system to make your heart beat by writing a sequence of those values to your sinoatrial and your atrioventricular nodes. So different parts of the heart that have to beat in certain ways. The length of each sequence of values should be equal to the value from the central nervous system divided by 10. And this needs to be repeated forever. Because this is literally making your heart beat. Or at least beat better, because you were still alive prior to this point. And as you can see, this one is considerably more complicated too. This is a single exa. The first thing that it does is, of course, jump from our little database here, our computer, to the actual system presented. It takes the value from the nerve, subtracts 10 from it, and that gives us X. X is basically our timer in this instance. It's going to be sending this value to both the ventricular, and sinoatrial. So it replicates itself. We have X alpha 0. When it replicates, it jumps specifically to a mark in the code for our atrio. The same thing will happen here. It's going to replicate one for the sinoatrial. And then that one's going to jump to where it needs to go. You can differentiate this as well because the atrioventricular is 3s in its sequence, which will always be, since we're going to be working with this particular system, and getting to the sinoatrial is 1s, so we can tell them where to go appropriately. But it's not terribly important. What's important is what happens when they get there. So, alpha here is going to be waiting. I'm doing something a little weird here in that I'm using the T value, which is typically only used for processing true or false statements. If there's a value, it's true. If there's not a value, it's not. But I'm using it as a timer here. Alpha 0 has reached the atrioventricular nerve. So, it's going along its line to this part here. It's copying -70, which it always is, to the nerve. It's copying 40 to the nerve. The reason it is doing that is shown as part of the goal here. The values for the sinoatrial and the atrioventricular are always going to start with two particular values. The atrioventricular always starts with -70, then 40. The sinoatrial always starts with 40, then -70. Every sequence starts that way. So, we're getting a -42 from the central nervous system. These little fellas will automatically feed the appropriate sequence to their nerve when they get there, and then they will grab further information. These are all going to be part of, or be given basically -70. Because as you can see, the value that's being fed to it, or the goal that we're going for here, is after those two particular values to differentiate between sinoatrial and atrioventricular, it's only -70s. So they don't need to really differentiate very much further beyond that point. So, when they were copied, they had the X value from the original Exa alpha, which is what we're using as our timer. So when they get here, they immediately replicate another exa that jumps to a section that I've marked as keel. And what this one does, and I still vaguely understand what a Modi does, but it jumps here, and then it keeps track of the timing for the little critter. Once it has fed the appropriate amount of -70 values to the nerve, it then kills the one next to it. And right about that time, the next one has come. X Alpha here also has a timer built in so that it doesn't send more until the others are just about gone. And it ends up looking like this. It's kind of satisfying. I believe there's a couple of ways that I accomplished this one. Yeah, okay, so we've got this one, which was my original solution. That's very lean. It's very optimized. But the first solution that I ended up actually using was this one. And it is a bit different. I've never played it, but I was recently given it plastic, so... This particular one is a lot more lean than the first one, but it's also slower. However, I would also argue that this one is more durable. The fast one, the bleeding edge one, will work, but if any one of those little dances, if there's too many X's in one spot, or if there's not enough information being fed to them, or there is a hiccup in any way, the little system breaks down and it'll start to eat itself alive. This one doesn't, but it is slower. So, I've got X Alpha here. Does the same thing as before. Jumps into where the central nervous system is. Takes the value from the nerve, divides it by 10. Alright? With that information, it stores it in X. And that's our timer. Because it's always divisible by 10, it means that for this one, it's only going to be fed so many values. It's going to replicate for the Sino, for the Atrio, and they're going to jump where they're supposed to be. Now, it's waiting for a signal from these. Given the timing of them, it'll receive one and then the other, because one will finish right after the other one. And it will wait indefinitely until something like that happens. So, these two are in position. Be good, Nom. I'm sorry if it made you anxious. Copy the value of 40 to the nerve for the sinoatrial. The sinoatrial is always 40, -70s after that point. This one is a little bit different. It's always -70, 40. And then it feeds them. And it keeps track of how many values it's supposed to give it. This one looks like this. I'm confident Num could figure this out too, Plastic. You're a smart bean. And you can see that this one is a lot slower compared to the first one that I showed, but it's also much more reliable. And then there was another one that I did that starts with 3 little X's doing their work instead of replicating them. This one's quite a bit different. Alpha here basically jumps into the nerve section, grabs the information that it wants for the timer, and then it just feeds that timing information to the other 2 X's. Which is all they really need to know because we already know what the values are going to be. So it feeds that value to both of them. They both catch it. Then it sits here, gets a new timer, and then waits until somebody catches the timer again. Meanwhile, these 2 are jumping where they're supposed to go. They are copying -70 for the sinoatrial, for example. Incrementing the timer, testing if the timer is over. If not, doing it again. I think so. I saw an email about subscriptions giving you like an Apple TV for 3 months or Apple TV Plus for 3 months or something like that. Not really my thing, but it's something you want. Also, I actually beat Spicer on this one. Heh. Okay. This is actually one of the cooler parts of the game, too. So, one of your buddies gives you a Redshift tech kit. And basically what that means is you're given basically a little Game Boy and a free run. It's very basic, but what this ends up doing is you can make a little game with it. Slime Rancher. You probably could make something like Doom. I don't think I have the talent to do that, at least not right now. But what is exceedingly neat is that alright. See this? Let me see if I can grab it. Yep, okay. This is the game. This little picture right here, if you feed it into the solution manager for this, will make the game. I just exported this to this little thing here. It's neat. I haven't made anything in that. Holy crap. I haven't made anything in that yet, but hey, it's really neat. Okay, I think this is the last one I was trying to work on. They start to get really complicated. Books are stored in the host corresponding to the first digit of their call number, while the book's file ID is 200 plus the last two digits of the call number. For example, book 512 will be stored in the host 500 599 as file 212. Okay. Duplicate each of the books requested by Ember 2 and bring them back to your host. The call numbers of the books Ember 2 wants are available in file 300. Okay. Maybe a replication, more than likely here. Passive values. First digit of their call number. Host. How can I differentiate? It's gonna have to be a search algorithm of some sort. Right. First digit of the call number. So 8 would be 800 here. Just throw this out here. This is probably not going to be terribly exciting, but I'll do at least one for stream. Or try to. So 8 and then 9, 6 would be 296. Okay, that's pretty straightforward then. We'll need to keep track of both of those values, though. Possibly use files to do that? Yeah, I could see that being a thing. What's the link, though? The link there. Okay, forwarded 800. Backwards is -1. Okay, that's straightforward. Yeah, I can see that being a thing, plastic. $512. We need to keep track of both values, so 5 and 12. But we're not gonna be able to keep them. Maybe a division by 100. Copy 512 x div x 100x. Okay, so 5. That can give us a timer for it. So 1. Okay. So we can use that to locate what we're after. Don't really need to do much with file 300. Might be able to. Would it be bad? Okay, okay. Copy. Copy. Nope, we have to read it from the value. Okay. Grab 300. Copy if x div x 100 that to x. Need to figure out. It's fine. Let's see. -1. Maybe. Copy. FT. Could maybe work, but it's a little bit too much juggling, I think. We got the timer for X, which is how many hundreds that we are going to be working with. We could subtract that. I wonder. Copy F to X. That gives us 512 in X. Dividing X by 100 will give us how many steps we need to take to actually get what we're after. We're going back. Copy 512 to T. If we divide 512, we can do something. 512 divided by, no, 112. No. No. Gotta remember what Maudie does. Also, a fun little thing. You get these little digital thingies as tutorials that you can pull up, or at least reference sheets. Okay, I can probably swizzle that then. Don't need a modulo. It is very pleasant. Swizzle, swizzle, swizzle. Is E. One. Okay. So that works. I remember now. But I still need to get both values is the problem. I can't just add them together, so I don't think Swizz is going to be too useful here. I can do this and make things a little bit nicer. Swizz. File by 3, copy to X. Boop. Easy. Okay. Could do that. Dispatching them with a file wouldn't really work, so I don't think that would be useful. We can get the first thing that we need from the swizzle mask, and we need to be able to grab 12. Yeah, Matcha, your dreams are always interesting, dude, so... What is a modulo command? Hope I had a good impression. Okay. Auri. Seek -1. Modi. F. 100D. Perfect. Replicate. Seek. Find, rather. Mark find here. Test. You jump. Halt. Mark. Halt. Halt. Okay. So now, when it goes into do a location, it'll test whether it's the end of the file. If it's not, Alt. Seek -1. So we shouldn't need to seek -1 there. Alright. She was in the dream. Okay, that's interesting, given that I'm working on a coding thing. What was your method of murder, Plastic? Okay, so when these little dudes get replicated, they've got the necessary information that they need. So, jump, link 800. Mark. Change this. Start. Link 800. Mark. Find. Link 800. Sweet. X. 1. Store X. Test X. 1. Jump, grab. Grab. Addy 200 ET. Grab E. A paring knife next to the bed. Hey, he slipped and fell on that knife. It's fine. Next thing we're going to have to end up is we're trying to copy these files, not just take them. Copy. Copy. Make. Hey, where do things have happened? No, you. Pats the num num. Quabsnom. Patsnom. Yeah. Nom is friend-shaped. We like them. Copy FM. Speed. BFM. Test E of F jump speed. When you're done. Copying. Copy F. Shit. Need to figure out a way to. Make this rip. Rip. Copy. Copy NF. Test. Never had this work very well. Test MRD. Do that too. Because that'll get rid of the value. But not my ears. I like those. You distracted me from a very important thing here, Nom. Gosh. I need some sort of test. That'll let it figure out whether or not it has a friend. We can do that. Yep. So I'm writing a little, I guess, algorithm to get information from a file that we have here, which is how we will fetch the books. Get that information, take it to where you need to go, find the file, copy that file, and then bring the copy back while leaving the other one. Copy 0M. Copy 1M. Test M1. Jump. Return. Mark. Return. Link -1. Need to determine how far it can go back is the problem. Actually, we can just loop that. Jump. Okay, hear me out. It is icy. It's very basic coding, but it's very fun. It gives you the necessary theory and how to chew on it. Jump return. Copy MF. Jump copy. Okay, will this work? Okay, 0 is here. I see where I fucked up. Could we possibly use M? Maybe? M. That work. Doesn't need to be taken. We're just going to wait. That work. It gets us where we need to go. We got the two values that we need stored in T. That's okay. But I need a way to actually test things. The only way I can get them to stop once they're actually looking for the appropriate item is whether or not X is a 0. Or less than 1 in this case. X is equal to 0 in this case. 0. I need that test in order to be able to find what I'm looking for. But it needs the value. Need to be able to actually find that. 3. Do it one at a time rather than all at once. That would make things a lot more of a pain, but Use solution. You'll go here, 300. You jump halt. Mark halt, halt. Start. We need to remain this. We need to keep this in global. Making it go 100. Auri, store it to M. It will wait until there is other start. Back to this location. Let's grab this. I might be able to. So test it's into the file. It's not. It does. Jumps to halt. If it isn't, swizzles the file by 3. Stores it in X. Got a few hours into it. Let's see. About 20 hours into this so far. Gives us the value in X, it seeks back the -1, then it replicates the little fella that's going to go out there and find the thing. The little fella jumps forward. That's that. And he's got what he needs. He does get it. He goes back. Okay. Mark, grab. Copy. M. X. Grabs the value, sets that one moving off on the next one. Addy. X. X. Grab X. Okay, it's got the file. It's able to test for that. It'll grab the correct file. Good. Okay, grab X. Mode. Get some good food, plastic. Okay, copy file to M, test the end of the file. No, copy 0 to M, jump to feed. Continue doing that. Copy, test it, 1. Copy M X test X equals 1. It is djump return. Not copy F. Okay. Okay, jumps to grab, copy into X. Cool. Grab X. It does. Switches to local. Replicates a prep. It's functioning just fine. Mostly to just tease you, Nom, because I know you aren't a tsundere, but drugs. At least that's why I occasionally do it. Ha! Points, last. Copy F10. E of... Okay, so that needs to come after that. Copy 1 and alt. That work. Okay. Appears to be working. Alright, Zero, what are you doing? Shit. Copy MF. So he got caught in... So they've got the file. They've got what they need. But they're having trouble figuring out that they need to go back. The timing thing, I think. Let's see. $20. It's kind of fun to see, isn't it, Nom? Test MRD. Jump. Okay. I bet you could do it, Nom. If you want me to, Nom, I can, like, talk you through more of it. Like, I can go through a couple of the first ones and just, like, chat about it. Okay. 0. Okay. Alright. Find it, so he delivers it. And that's the first file. Okay, so... there we go. First test run success. need 2 files from this one. We did. It was only asking for 2 files. Look at him go, Nom! Look at him go! Just so good little nuggets. I think that you would enjoy it, Nom. So this is smooth. This works, at least with 10 tests, perfectly fine. Oh, also, so the central conceit and why you're able to do this and do like test runs is this isn't us deploying the hack and just messing around. These are all tests, and it's tests with a whole bunch of different variables that change to ensure that when you do actually deploy the tool, it functions no matter what it might find there. Simple code is fun, and I feel like nice to engage with based on drawing into art. Yeah, I've been really excited about coding, and I've been enjoying my time with it because it's something I can do that's skilled that doesn't rely on my stupid sausage fingers, like drawing and whatnot. There it goes. Task complete. There you go, Nom. Processing. Yes, this is what I wanted. Glad it's helping. I love ingesting a good corpus. Not that's all I'm doing. Read the same way any normal human reads, by analyzing patterns of word occurrence and deriving correlations between concepts implicit in statistically significant word clusters. Yep. I'm hungry. What are some good snacks? Here, X10 let's peanut blast. Ha! Need the boonies, no last stop. Okay. Here's something funny, and like behind my head there's like a little chat room you can partially see. And there are other people, you know, they'll have discussions and whatnot after you complete a level for the first time. One of the early things that kind of tickles me is you're hacking into a factory to test your stuff, and you're instructing this factory to produce peanut-free peanut blast bars. Now, there's a whole bunch of other stuff that we can touch here. Like, I could be, like, really dangerous if you were, you know, a bad bean or whatever. But we're not. We're just removing the peanuts. So it starts us with a file with the word peanuts in it. And what we want to do is remove the keyword of peanuts from the recipe file for Peanut Blast, which is file 237, which is about 2 links ahead of us. It's really easy. Grabs 300, copies the value of peanuts into the X, and it drops the file because it doesn't need it anymore. Jumps, grabs 237, tests whether or not X is equal to F. It's not in that one, so it jumps back to check. It tests whether or not X is equal to F. It is. So it seeks one back, voids the value of peanuts, and then explodes. No, this is mostly just funny, because they referenced it in the chat before, the little chat that it has after it, and they're like, He's fine. He's fine, Nom. And no matter where it finds the word peanuts in the file, it just gets rid of it. Peanuts removed. Did that one. Create a hit single by inserting it into the playlist of multiple radio stations. Alright. I've been analyzing television and radio broadcasts, and I have a few questions. First of all, why do some things become popular while others don't? Good work finds its fans. So it's based on the work's intrinsic merit? Well, usually. Hopefully. We should test this. Think we could pick a random pop song and make it a hit? In this case, probably. Alright. Connect to each radio station and replace every song on the playlist, file 200, with Can't Not Get Over You by Me to You, file 300. Each song in a playlist consists of 2 keywords, the song name and the artist name. A list of phone numbers for the radio stations is available in file 301. Note that X is a global world mode can only communicate if there is a path of links connecting them. Okay. More information, see hacker skills, modem control, and the direct level. Okay, so we need to communicate with each one of these radio stations. We cannot actually directly communicate with them. We have to dial them. Four 729462968 or 729462968. Okay. Country code 4, area code 792462968. Okay, cool. So all right. Broken plastic flamingos. Look at these song names. Pack It In, Blood on the Stairs, Malibu Mike, Jasmine, Charmer, Alondra Berry. Let's Hang Out by Awkward Buffet. All Kinds of Trouble by Vanessa Candle. I Won't Wait by Roadside Stand. Let's Hang Out by Awkward Buffet. Don't Do That, Mark DeRugolo. Who's Got Next? Summer Vacation. Your Pants, My Legs, BJEA. Baby, Slam That Door, Boys 24/7. Malibu Mike, Jasmine, Charmer, Alondra Berry, Kicked It to the Curb, Dust, Little Things by Monica Maderno. Broken Plastic Flamingo, or Broken by Plastic Flamingos. Everyone Knows by Turnabout. Let's Hang Out, Awkward Buffet. Charmer, Alondra. Bubblegum, Top of the Class. Baby Slam That Door, again by Boys 24/7. Solid. Alright, so we need to take the value of 300 and feed it to all of these places. This is going to be complicated, isn't it? We need to use local communication. Only one of the X's is probably... Is this a single link? Okay, so this is a single link. Means that all X's should be able to communicate with that hardware register no matter where they are located within the link. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I see what you want. Grab 300. 301. Alright, so our number dialer there. I'll have to make use of mode switches. I might be able to feed... It's just 2 values, so that would be a lot easier to feed over global versus the phone numbers. So 301, you're going to be linking into 800. You're here. Link 800. Okay. Local. Nope. Mode switch. Mode switch. These are both in local now. Beta is going to be feeding the phone numbers to Charlie. Charlie is going to be feeding it into the dial. Mode control and an AI level. Okay, so we gotta look at this. When you dial into a remote network, the actual dialing usually happens transparently, hidden from you by your development environment or a network browser. It's actually the only way that you can use most soft modems that come with personal computers these days. That's why I still recommend getting a dedicated hardware modem. A hardware modem will let you upload your own access directly onto it, giving you way more control over what it's doing. The technical details. What kind of control are we talking about here? Well, all Netronics-compatible modems have a dial register that takes 1 digit at a time that can be used to programmatically dial the phone number. After establishing a connection, and assuming that there's actually a computer on the other end that wants to talk to you, you should be able to traverse the 800 link to connect to the remote host. Shh. That complicates things. But that's workable. That's actually quite workable. Okay. Routing a -1 to the dial register hangs up the modem. If you're connected to a remote network, this will break the connection. Okay. There should be a physical switch on your modem that controls whether or not it will automatically pick up when the remote modem calls your phone line. Do not leave this feature on. Fair enough, unless you know what you're doing. This isn't specific to direct level modem control. It's just good advice with anyone with a modem connected to their computer. You never know who's calling. Some newer modems have caller ID features that can tell you the phone number of the modem that's dialed into yours, but they're not widespread or standardized yet. You don't have a modem that supports... I gotta clean my glasses. One moment. I wear glasses, by the way. They help me see things. If you don't have a modem that supports direct level modem control, look for a Netronics Net 40 or a Tech Exa Blaster. They're both a few years old at this point, and can be purchased on the cheap from surplus stores for about $50. No, you numb. Don't get fooled looking at the expensive commercial grade modems. There's no difference on the inside, because there usually isn't. Okay, I need actually a microfiber cloth because I'm not getting that off otherwise. How things get on my glasses, I don't know, since they're attached to my face, and I assume if something hit my face that I would be able to see it, but no! Much better. The commercial grade Net 80 is identical to the Net 40 except for its plastic case, which is designed to stack for use in modem banks. That's how they think they can pull one over on their corporate customers. They're probably right. Okay, so when we dial, it creates a link to the other one. When we're done... Okay, this can work. This can work. Okay, grab 300. Arc loop. Copy. F M. Copy M. We'll need some sort of test. We'll leave that for that right now. We need some sort of test to tell it to kill once it's done, but actually, I know exactly what I can do. Charlie's gonna be our active boy. Mark. Number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 numbers. Copy 11x. Feed number. Copy F M B X1X. Test if X is equal to 0. It's not. Need none. Otherwise. Jump the time. Little copy F to M. Once it gets to 0, it'll stop. Jump. Okay, that'll work. Now, Charlie boy. Copy. M. Dial. Could just actually dial that. No, because the timing will be off if I end up doing that, and I don't want to work with the timing. That being much of a pain in the ass. Mark dialing. Copy M. Dial. Mark timer. Copy 11 to X. Copy M. Dial. This will be X 1X. S X equals 0. F jump. Dialing. Otherwise, we continue. Mark. We're gonna call it Songwriter. Actually, Songbird. Grab 200. Link 800. Grab 200. Mode. Copy M. Indeed, I like birds. Mark overwrite. Copy and F. Burp's good. Burp's good. F. Test E of if jump overwrite. Link -1. Jump timer. Okay. Charlie. $100. Switch to global. Wait. And copy F to M. Beautiful. Drop link -1. Oh, gotta switch his mode. There we go. Boop. Okay. Dial. Hello, Aries. Welcome. How you doing? I was thinking about burbs, yes. I like burbs. Points at Aries. I'm doing okay. I'm glad power's back, too. I have a little bit of a soft feel, but we good. Okay. Perfect. And continues. Okay, feeding on. Test EO. Jump. Finish. Finish. Kill. Kill. Just one. They're pretty complicated. I don't think that's going to work too It's fine. Get -1. Kill them. Kill them all. Okay, runs infinitely. Alright, Charlie. Let Charlie finish it off. Let's get Marty. F jump. Charlie! Fair enough. Sorry about that. It is indeed Nugget Can Charlie. Yep. So that might not work. would be able to. You're dialing the number, jumping to where you need to go. Me to you, me to you, me to you, me to you, me to you. Jumps back. Testing if you can talk. So I was right. Can't communicate with it and jump to finish. Nope. Dials, 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 good, good, jumps, good, 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 awesome. Test run complete. Yep. 2 out of 3 test runs so far. The little nugget cans. They flourish. Alright, can I get rid of one nope here? Here it is. Nope. Figured. Nope. Thumbs up. Brain. That was surprisingly easy. People are requesting the single, humming it to themselves, buying the album. Perhaps plastic. But just because they've heard it before. Is that really all it takes? Mass media is a sham. It's seeming that way. Girl, I need to get a clue. I just can't not get over you. Oh. I'm hungry. You're always hungry. What do you expect us to do about it? Someone should invent food you could just eat. Isn't that what food is? I mean, like you can just put it in your body. Like a pill or something? Yeah, food pill. That would be rad. Sucks having to stop and eat all the time. I am hungry right now, actually. Give a convenience store a high rating and a prestigious restaurant guide. Alright, cool. Theory. The inconsistency of ratings depends on context. We made a hit by picking a generic pop song and artificially boosting its exposure. But there are other domains where this isn't possible. For example, you couldn't change people's behavior by giving a last stop store a 5-star rating in a restaurant guide. No, not the beepers! That would be ridiculous. You never know. This is why we need to experiment. Plastic, I tried them last night. No. Those beans may be the most singularly offensive bean product that I have ever come across. Absolutely not, Aries. No. That would 100% color my perception of Kewpie for the rest. Oh, I ate them, Plastic. Nom was there. Nom can back me up. They sucked. I hated them. Oh boy. What thing, Aries? Brain. Maybe I'll send the other can to Nom. Probably do that later if I get a chance to cook. Each host contains a list of restaurants and their ratings from 1 to 5 stars. File 200. Locate that entry that corresponds to the last stop on Eddy Street and change its rating from 1 to 5 stars. The name of the target restaurant and its location with the GIS grid is available in file 300. The first coordinate is a number of times to move east, while the second coordinate is a number of times to move north, positive, or south, negative. For more information, see Network Exploration and Geographic Information Systems. No, they would probably also suck, Plastic. Let's see, 1 east, negative 1 south. Plastic. I love you to bits, man. Pets. You're good. You're a good little bean. You're a good little plastic cheese. Them beans was trash. Man. Geographic Information Systems. There are some generalized methods. You might have noticed lately that there's been a rush to digitize all kinds of information, even information that corresponds to physical locations in the real world. This can be useful if you're, say, a utility company or a travel agency, since your data will automatically inherit the same spatial relationships that they have in real life. There are some generalized methods of laying out these networks, which fancy programmers sometimes call Geographic Information Systems, or GIS. Now, accessing these kinds of datasets can be tricky because of the whole spatial organization aspect. They're not the same thing as your normal database style big list of stuff, but it's not so bad once you get the hang of it. Here I'll describe a couple of common schemes for GIS, and you'll be traversing and grabbing whatever you need from them in no time. Street Smarts style. One common system for GIS networks mapped to cities is Street Smarts. In Street Smarts, each city block corresponds to a small host in the network. In order to make exploring the network consistent, the link IDs correspond to compass directions. North 800, East 801, South 802, West 803. Another common system for GIS social networks at the scale of a continent or even the world is called Global List. In Global List, each country corresponds to a host, with links that match some sort of physical connection between those countries, like common travel routes or oceanic cables. Alright. 800, 801, 802, 803. Got it. Okie dokie. It's 1, negative 1. 1. South? Oh, there's a compass over here. Okay. So, Enter the location. 1, -1. So 1 would be... Ugh. Number times to move east, while the second coordinate is number times to move north positive or south negative. So from here, east, and then south 1, which would be... Okay. I'm hungry, Aries. I'm real hungry, actually. I haven't eaten today. Sorry. Okay. -1, -1, -1. Thank you, Nom. I've actually been craving this bubby. It's really good. I really like Subway sandwiches. Last stop. Okay. So maybe we can do that. Zbubby, you brief. Woman witch. Whammon witch. Grab 300. Speak 1. Okay, so that'll be the first coordinates. Mark. Map quest. East. Copy F to M. Copy F to M. Seek 9. Copy F M. Alt. I'll just be out of instructions at that point. All right, beta. Link 800. Copy M to X. Link 801. Mark East. Link 801. Subi 1X. Subi X1X. Test. X equal to 0. F jump east. Mark south. North. Call it Topsy. Why? I don't know. Copy M X. Test. X. Greater than 0. Less than 0. X greater than 0. Mx test x is greater than 0. If x is greater than 0, F jump south. North. Let's see, let's see. Link 800. This will be x1x. Test x equals 0. F jump north. Jump. Grab. Could be going south. If it is false, then we'll jump to south. Link 802. Addy x1x. Test x equals 0. F jump. Mark grab. Egg. I make scrambled eggs with a bit of milk and make them extra fluffy and good, but I've been obsessed. Yeah. Like, it's weird that milk makes it so much better. Like, it's super tasty. And the milk can, like, I don't know if it's called caramelize, but it can, like, add the little brown bits to it, which are nice and flavory. It's good. It's good. It's yummy. Aries is very smart. Grab. Grab 200. Copy M to X. Test F equal X. Mark test X F equal to X. F jump test. Mark right. Seek -1. Actually, I don't really need to seek -1. Once it figures out that it is, then it'll be on the next increment for it. So, copy to F. Shit. So is it 1 star or is it many stars? How I copy that in there? I wonder. Yeah, plastic. Do not spam plastic. You will get a pep. X. Copy XF. I mean, we're usually gentle about it until we're not. Holds out comically sized boxing glove. Copy X to F, copy X to F, copy X to F, copy X to F. Link. Okay. Nope. The second test run. A M X. Okay. Test X equal to 0. Jump. East. Oop. Okay, figured. Alright, so we need to mess with a... There. Test X equal to 0. You jump. Grab. Test X equal to 0. You jump. Okay. What? I got big? Question mark? Working in a restaurant, especially back of the house, sucks. I mean, maybe I could wobble a little bit. I can also do this, like I can get really big. Thank you, Tia. Hello. Looks like this one will work. Just need to add a couple of more tests. Could probably refactor to make it a little bit more swift. He is very cute, I agree. Yay! Oh, apparently that last stop location is getting mobbed. Processing. People are choosing to believe the guide even when it's obviously wrong. Why would they think last stop has actual good food? And why did the guide change their behavior and not the highway sign? Signs were vague. I guess it's easier to care about food than an abstract problem. Yep. Does anyone know why there's so many people at the last stop? Which one? Where are you? I just tried to get a peanut blat and it was so crowded. Lots of people talk about how good everything is. They may all be stoned, like you. I like Corn Rush. This is so weird. Okay. That's interesting. Compete with an opponent to control multiple hosts for as long as possible. Time for the next opponent. Are you ready? Ready as I'll ever be. I'm sure you can do it. There's yet another positive affirmation for you. 30 seconds to prepare a treat. Holy hell! I hate managers who do stuff like that. You fucking goober. Hi, Rush. Pat Pat. Not you, Nom, as in the manager's a fucking goober. Ah! To win this battle, you must control the majority of the hosts for as long as possible. To take control of a host, write any value to its control register. Reading from a control register will tell if you or your opponent controls the host. Gain 1 point every cycle you control more hosts than your opponent. Lose 1 point every time one of your axes executes a kill instruction. For more information, see Hacker Battle Domination. This should be really easy. Asgard, Vanaheim. Ah, I like that. Asgard, Vanaheimer, Nidavellir, Midgard, Jotunheimer, Helheimer, Muspelheim. Nice. Alright. Cracks Knuckles. Mark. Asgard. Mark. I don't know what that interim one is. Interim. Mark, Nidavellir. Mark, Jotunheim. Mark, Midgard. Mark, Vanaheimer. Mark, Interim 2. Mark, Muspelheim. Mark, Helheimer. Repple, Asgard. Repple, Interim. Repple. Interim. Repple. Nidavellir. Repple. Jotunheimer. Repple. Midgard. Battle Sector? Heard of the name, but not off the top of my head. Ivy, Pet Pet. We could do something like that. So Ares, it's literally just, like, it's basically assembly code. If someone wants to take a crack at one of the puzzles, let me know, and we can do that, because that sounds kind of cool. I actually like that one, V. Who cares? It's not really assembly Ares. It'll be fine. Ruppel, Vanheimer. I think I got Battle Sector off of the Humble Bundle last month. Ruppel, Muspelheim, Ruppel, Hellheimer. Alright, so what I'm coding here and going to use to win this hacker battle, question mark, is pure, unadulterated brute forcing. It might work, it might not. Guess what we're gonna find out? Asgard, link 800. Okay, link 1. Copy 1. 14. Rush! Return! Rushy boy! PPRO. Link 800. Alt. Link 800, link 800. Link 800, link 800, link 800, copy the URL. Link 800, link 800, link 800. I saw it, Nom did it. I'm very proud of them too. Paste the URL. No, I gotta do a 1. Fair enough. One. You okay, Rush? Sure, go for it, Aries. What's up? Vanheimer. 100, link 800, link 800. 800. Yep. Link 800. One, two, three, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whee! Ooh! Look at him go. We could totally bars. I don't have bars updated anymore. Yeah, what's up, Aries? I win. True. Overwhelming firepower. Oh yeah, bars was before plastic. Bars is a very interesting RTS. Sure. Of course. That's how human brains are designed, aren't they? To like winning, so that you always try to win. It's a very simple design. I think that I start to discredit myself for being too simple. I think about human brains and feel a little bit better. Oh. Who got schooled? Okay, I think this is the real Moss. Probably just some calling themselves Moss. You don't believe gassed. I don't know if it's the same one as this Moss. Why don't we keep tournament going then? Looks like the best way to find out. Also, we have cutscenes. Bars,
Hey.
bar.
Sorry I haven't been in touch. Things are a little crazy at work right now. They promoted me to a new position and, well, there's just a lot going on.
Maybe a couple of books. You like
You
puzzle
like puzzle
games,
games, don't you?
I do.
I remember you being a fan. I used to play games with my sister sometimes, but she moved to Japan a few years ago. She sent me this game, but I guess I can't play it because of the region lock. Looks fun, though. I thought maybe you could get it working. You always were good at that kind of thing. I have to go.
Thanks, Isadora. Be good.
So much work to do. Really hope this job doesn't eat me up. Okay, bye for now.
I almost have it. Uh-oh, here we go. Have what? Evidence that many elected officials are clones. Wow, really? The government keeps the DNA database. We just need to get into it for the proof. Why would they keep the evidence lying around like that? I mean, it's the government. You can't expect competence. Candy. Hack your body to regain control of your left hand. Oh no, I know exactly what this is going to look like. First it was your arm, now it's your hand. Yeah, it's getting bad. I can see that. Fortunately, it looks like you can easily access the nodes connected to your median nerve. You just need to make a small incision in your ventral forearm. Try to watch out for that artery, though. Got it. Sounds like you're getting used to this. That's good. Something to be squeamish about. I knew it! Urgh. Oh, fuck. Remember to wear protection, you two. There are 3 nerve signals that need to be relayed. Muscle control, which runs from your central nervous system to your hand, and heat and pressure, which run the other direction. For each signal, read a value from the input nerve and relay it to the output nerve. Repeat ad infinitum. It's not necessary to leave no trace. Should be written to operate indefinitely. Debugging the phage. Eldritch harpy critters. They are very cute. Hi, Matcha. Does it get fed? Oh boy! Oh man. 3 nerve signals need to be relayed. I'm assuming they're going to come in sequence. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Looks like those are in the middle. That's fine. Okay. Bye, Ellies! Okay. Where is... Okay, central nervous system's right over there. Okay, so we're not doing a central one like that. We are grabbing from the central nervous system, sending to the hand over there. Problem being is that each one of those is going to end up... We can't use global communication for this one, which is expected. A little annoying, but this one's actually fairly easy. Okay. M. H. Be good, Nom. Link 800. Link -3. -3. -3. -3. You're leading a large collective of people who had recently joined a settlement and others in a high-tech postmodern society. I was having some kind of prophetic dreams marked by me waking up for real and then the dream resetting when I fell back to sleep shortly after waking up. After 3 loops, I guided you along how to help integrate your collective with the modern people without causing a massive riot/civil war thing. Also, we were catching foxes and releasing them at one point. It's true. It's true. We do work that with Rush. So we more just catch rushes, you know? Get info. Mark info. Copy. Nerve. X. Yeah, basically. Rebel. Deliver. Mark, deliver. Okay. 1, 2, 6. 2, 3, 4. Copy. Okay, I can do a little trick with this one. So you're going to be moving from M 1, 2, 3, 4. Or to T. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mark code. Timer. Deliver. Jump. 14. Deliver. Okay, so those don't change positions at all. Good, 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 good. Okay. Link 3. Yes, I could just do 4 links. 2, 3, 4. Would be 4 versus. No, it's repeatable. Link 3. 2. We jump. Copy. X. Nerve. Alt. X. Oh. Take the value from the input nerve and relay it to the output nerve. Oh. So the heat and pressure run the other direction. Muscle control runs right. Okay. So that's fine. I'll deal with this. First thing we're gonna do is write Mr. Muscle Control. X timer. Oh. Link 3. Yeah. That works. You are going to be pretty similar. Link 800. Link 3. Link 3. Link 3. Put you there. Got it. 3. I think that there's a big ass storm outside, so let me check outside real quick. You like that little place to sit, Harry? You like that little place to sit, little one? Also, I got some tea, but you are correct, Matcha. No, Aries, because you might get struck by lightning or some crazy BS like that, and I prefer you alive and at least close to being healthy. Link 3, link -3, link 3, link 3. Good, Aries. So 1, 2, 3. That didn't work. Must be getting gummed up. But we want to limit traffic at the very least. We can do one particular thing. Yes. Link 800. Link 3. Link 3. Copy and okay. Nope. Mark loop. Jump loop. Perfect. This one was interesting because it basically functions as a memory management issue. Easy, plastic. not really easy, but it's very fun. So the main issue behind this one is that while I do need to pass values, one value from left to right and two values from right to left, there are only 4 memory nodes on each little host. Meaning that if I try and pass them all manually, like the little X's traveling left to right or right to left, then it ends up gumming up the works. They end up stacking up and not being able to pass when they want to. Only one exit can go through a link at a time, so with 3 of them trying to do it from different directions, it's much more difficult to get the timing right. You probably could, but instead of doing that, I basically just made it to where the muscle input is being delivered directly over the global channel, so that it goes directly from one exit to the other one, which immediately writes it to the appropriate space there. With that in mind, there is basically no chance that these other ones end up running into one another because they're already offset by 1 run. So they'll always be able to just catch up and do what they're doing. You ever feel like it's a losing battle? This constant effort to maintain your physical body? Everyone eventually loses. I wonder if I'm the same way. Only time will tell. Why is it if I can't get out over you always on the... It's so bad, I hate it. The music industry is 100% corrupt. Record labels bribe radio stations, play the song they're pushing. It's called payola. Ah, what a little shit. Really is a trash world. Trash world! That's a good question, Plastic. That may, in fact, be on the docket. Who knows? Alright. Modify the Sawayama Wonder Disc so it'll play games from a different region. Wonder Disc games are restricted by region locks. Why? Business reasons. Big corporations always want control. Oh, is that why you're breaking this region lock? Yeah. To demonstrate the principle of freedom of modification? Yeah, you sure it's not just so you can play a game? I mean, no, I'll probably give it back to what's-her-face. Let's see. Modify your Wonder Disc, which normally only plays SSEA region games, to play games from any region. The SSEA region code is available in file 300. This is not necessary to leave no trace. Your exit should be written to operate indefinitely. Ah. For more information, see Hardware Hacks, Sawayama Wonder Disc in this 2nd issue of Design. Copy the requested files to the buffer. Right, so we have got to perceive... We got a profile, thank you. The guide. Well, not guide, but... Satellite XD, hacks to see, game on, brand new hack match machine straight from Japan. How to validate credit cards, don't need that. Code repetition. Unrolling loops, which is what I did with the Mises in the last one we did. There's the thing. Content providers, television, geographics, letters, hardware hacks, Sawayama Wonder Disc. There we go. Be good, Plastic. I'll do my best. Stay safe at work, too. Sawayama Corporation was named after a castle in medieval Japan, and rumor has it Sawayama's current CEO is a direct descendant of the clan that held it. Today, as everyone knows, Sawayama is a purveyor of fine consumer electronics and video games like the Wonder Disc, except that they seem fit to lock its games behind region controls. What a bummer. So how does this work? Wonder Discs are region locked by scattering region codes throughout the tracks on the disc. If the OS detects a region code that doesn't match its built-in region code, it will refuse to play the game. SSEC, Japan and Asia, SSEA, North America, South America, SSEE, Europe. Unfortunately, the Wonder Disk OS is locked down inside the reality processor, which is well defended and inaccessible to outside X's, much like a mountain fortress. But, also like a mountain fortress, there's other ways in, like hiding in empty sake barrels or crawling through the drainage ditch. I watch a lot of ninja movies. In the Wonder Disk case, the flaw is the disk drive itself. It's possible to connect to a debug port on the disk drive and inject one or more X's into the disk controller. You can then read the track register to find out which track the Wonder Disk needs you to read from the loaded disk. Grab that file, make a copy of it, replacing the disk region code with the region code of your Wonder Disk device. When you drop the modified track, copy under the buffer host, an exit from the reality processor should come out and carry the file back to where your X's aren't allowed to go. There's one small catch. The drive itself must be unlocked by the Wonder Disk before you can read anything from it. When you're not modding your console, this will happen automatically, when you'll need to provide a key yourself. Unfortunately, yours truly extracted the key with a bottle of hydrofluoric acid and a high-power microscope, wasting 5 perfectly good Wonder Disk drives in the process. Alright, the key. Got it. Okay. What's up, Nom Nom? Nom, no! No! Okay, Nom, before you do that, I recommend you look at some of the more recent gotchas that have come out, like Wuthering Waves and Honkai, and ask Auri. She knows all of them. She plays them all at once, all the time. Okay. Region codes throughout the tracks on the disk. If the OS detects a region code that doesn't match its built-in region code, it will refuse to play the game. Fair? Okay. Ba ba ba. Grab 300. Copy M. F to M. Jump. Loop. Jet Set Radio! It's possible to connect the debug port on the disk drive and inject one or more X's into the disk controller, right? Go ahead and read the track register to find out which track the Wonder Disk needs you to read from the loaded disk, and grab that file, make a copy of it, replacing the disk's region code with the region code of your Wonder Disk device, then drop the modified track copy into the buffer host. Okay. So let's get some exploratory stuff done first. Link 800. Copy off X. Register write only. Got it. Copy track X. 209. Wait for the loaded disk. Grab that file. Grab X. No file ID. Must be unlocked by the wonder. Okay, got it. Link 800. Copy. 8. Off. Copy. The snap got me pregnant. Bap. Copy. 8F. Copy. 0F. Ooh. 3F. Copy. 2F. Copy. 7F. Copy. 1F. Copy. 0F. Copy. 4F. Copy. 9F. Copy. 5F. Copy. 1F. Copy. 2F. Copy. 5F. Copy. 2F. Copy. 6F. Copy 8. Off. Copy 0. Off. Copy 3. Off. Copy 2. 2. Off. Copy 7. Off. Copy 1. Off. Copy 0. Off. Copy. Yeah, Rush. 4. Off. Copy 9. Off. Copy. Woof. Copy 5. Off. Copy 1. Off. Copy 2. Off. Copy 5. Off. Copy 2. Off. Copy 6. Off. Pew. I do like the idea of making a little file for it, but yeah. Don't need it because I need to do good cycles. It's something that I would do though. Boop. Fortunately, I kind of have to, Aries. This one's not going to last very long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Six, 9, 12, 15. Okay. So we would need a local. Now, first off, boop. 801. Got it. Link 801. Grab X. Nope. 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 Mode. Mode. Those. Copy. F. Wait. One. No, yeah. F. Grabs it. One. Cannot move this file. Okay. So it has to make use of the global variable. That's tricky. A lot of little handshakes have to go on this one. All right, let's rethink this then. Okay, SSEA is what we're gonna have to overwrite in order to, or override it with in order to get the correct information on it. If we are needing to do that, hmm. 800. Shit. You, I want back. Need this one to get access to the thing. That's fine. Whatever. Cool. And you, I don't really need. We could do a handshake between X's to change the state of that one. That could work. First off, let's just get one in play. Link 800. Oop. Nope. Nope. Link 800. Copy. Track. X. Link 801. Grab. Mark. Copy FM. We have to use the global variable for this. So we can only have one thing communicating on the global variable at once, unless I want to try and work out a bunch of timing things, which I really don't want to do. Get rid of you. You got file 300 though. Okay. This particular little programming language isn't quite that nice, Aries. If the timings don't line up, they'll either get stuck waiting for something to happen or explode. Actually, come to think of it. Why am I doing that? I can just... Link 800. Make. Copy. M to F. Density of otherwise drop. Copy 1M. M X X feed. Okay, that one's stuck in there, but it'll be able to feed the information back to the other one. It's true, Num. But exploding is fun, V. X. Test X equal to 0. Jump. Done. Done. Deliver. Do that. Does a EXA replicate with the appropriate information in its file? Repo. Create a copy of the EXA. If an EXA is holding a file and executed, will not be copied and will remain in the actual EXA. Okay, cool. Mark catch. 800 drop -1 catch. It took you long enough, Aries. Pat pat. I also put it on Blue Sky. One. Oh, you'll be okay, Pat Pat. Copy. Right. Okay. Will this work? Look like it. Okay, that's looked up. Link 800. I think 801 should have been 1. Boop. No, I'm done. Dumb. Jump. Lab. Okay, and there's one of the little X's in there. Error. Okay, cool. Alright. My house just shook with a lightning crack, so we're gonna have to call it here for today. Sorry, I gotta close it out pretty quickly. It's continuing to shake, so I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and your night. Please sleep well. Be good beans. I will see you tomorrow for something that is new, probably. It'll be cool. It'll be fun. Bye. Love you.